the bent spoon, brought to you by Thorn Harbour Health. So in the creation of the bent spoon, we really wanted to find something that would help foster connections between communities and greater understanding across different cultures. And I figured what better way to do that than through food? After all, food is how we share our culture with the rest of the world. And so we asked members of the community if they would come and share with us and all of you a traditional dish from their culture. And so here we have it, the bent spoon, showcasing the diversity across Australia and the diverse First Nations communities, migrant communities, international student communities, and communities of people of color. I hope you enjoy. And before we continue any further, I would first like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands on which we are meeting on today and pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. I'd also like to extend that acknowledgement out to all of the countries we find ourselves on today, and I acknowledge any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today and remind everyone that sovereignty was never ceded. And so I'm going to show you the 4th episode of The Bent Spoon with our guest Alejandra. But please make sure you stay tuned after the episode because we are going to be joined by Miss Catalina and Alejandra herself for an exclusive interview. I hope you enjoy and make sure that if you want to find out anything else about the shows or watch them on repeat, you can go to thornharbour.org/The Bent Spoon. I'll see you after the episode.
Talo Falava, Womajika, and welcome to The Bent Spoon, brought to you by Thorn Harbour Health. Now, food plays a really important part in our culture traditions. Food can bring you comfort, it can bring people together, and it can definitely tell a story. Now, food is a universal love language where we get to share the rest of the world our culture. My name is Miss Catalina, and I'm your host.
My name is Alejandra. Everyone calls me Ali. I'm from Colombia, from the capital, which is Bogota. All my family is from Colombia, and I've been in Australia for 4 years and a couple of months.
Please welcome Alejandra. Hi, beautiful. How are you? Did I say your name correctly?
You said it right, yeah.
How do you say it?
Alejandra. A little bit more soft.
Wow, fabulous. Yeah. All right, and what are you cooking today?
Wow, we're making a really simple and yummy dish. It's a really traditional dish from home. It's totally vegan. Home? Colombia.
Yeah. Beautiful. And what are the ingredients that we've got today?
It is you will find that it's just like a Colombian product. It's it's made by corn.
Yeah.
And it's just specifically to make just arepas.
Yeah.
So it's really yum and really healthy, gluten-free. As I say, I'm vegan. We got almond milk. Mm-hmm. We got vegan butter.
Oh, vegan butter. Oh, yes, this is the butter
vegan butter. Yeah. We got vegan cheese.
Yes.
And we got, we add a little bit of water.
Yeah.
So we have also chocolate Corona. It is chocolate? A special.
What's it called?
Corona.
Corona.
Yeah, it's a special chocolate. It's a drinking chocolate that we have back home.
In Colombia.
Yeah, it's a drinking chocolate. It's really beautiful. You pretty much have to use 1 piece of it with 1 cup of milk.
Oh wow!
And it's really yum. We're not making it today, but we normally drink eat arepas with. I think food for me, my family, and I will say for everyone, it means a lot when it comes to open a safe space, to bring the family and friends together, to have a moment to share the love, to share a conversation, to catch up what is everyone at, and have a moment, a break from a normal day. I decided to become vegan 9 years ago, and I took the decision based on my beliefs and my values. This was a really big challenge back home, and for my family and for where I'm from, being vegan is still really strange, and it's really challenging because regardless that we have a lot of vegetables and fruits, all the food in Colombia it's based on dairy, and it's a lot of meat. For my mom, coming from a different generation, it was really shocking to understand that I didn't want to eat some sort of products. So it actually was funny because she always tried to sort of sneaky put some sort of like meat or cheese or inside the place just to try to make me eat. But with time, I think I found a way to educate her and try to make her understand that it wasn't because I didn't want to eat. It was because I wanted to follow my beliefs and my values. I came to Australia, it was so many products in supermarkets, restaurants, and this helped me to open my mind and actually start to learning to cook different recipes, like things that I never cooked before, and I'm passing along these recipes to my family who are opening their mind to eat more plant-based.
I guess it's time to start cooking.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to melt a quarter of butter, 1 cup of water. I'm going to mix the rest of the ingredients.
Okay, beautiful.
The rest of the ingredients is basically 2 cups of harina.
Yeah.
There is the special harina that I told you before.
Okay.
So we have 1 here.
All right. So you were saying that you were born and raised in Colombia?
Yeah, I am born and raised in Colombia.
Yeah.
I'm from the capital actually.
Ah, what's the capital of Colombia?
Bogota.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, actually a little inside.
Yeah.
For many people is, my city is super cold and rainy.
Yeah.
We are going to pour all the cheese, vegan cheese.
And
you can use any kind of vegan cheese that you like.
Beautiful.
As long as you can melt it.
Yeah. And how long have you been in Australia?
I've been 4 years and a half.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it's been a while. Now I'm going to add...
And does this need to be boiling hot? This is just to melt the butter?
Yeah, this is the water and the
So
butter.
it can be warm?
It can be warm. Yeah, the idea is that warm.
Should I stir anything or?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
wow.
going to...
Yeah. Do you need this?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, now we're going to mix it all.
Oh, wow, beautiful.
So far we have...
So the cheese has to melt?
Yeah, the cheese is going to melt when we start to fry the arepas.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't have to melt in there.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we're just making the dough right now. Now we're going to add...
And when you came to Australia, do you speak any other language other than...
No, I didn't speak at all English actually. When I came to Australia, I didn't speak English at all.
Yeah.
We added just a third of cup of almond milk.
Okay. So you didn't speak English at all?
No, I didn't. I didn't speak English at all. Still learning, I gotta say. We're going to add just half or just 1 teaspoon of salt.
Yeah. And you were saying...
So yeah, no, it wasn't easy at the beginning, but my idea was learn English and improve these skills that I needed for my life, for traveling and for everything.
Yeah.
So I decided to just have no contact at all with Spanish speakers and try to make friends with English speakers only. So it was really hard, but I managed to make really, really good friends with our language at all. It is a really traditional dish to have as a breakfast.
Yeah.
Normally we have it during the weekends when all the family gets together and we have the chance to share a little bit more of each other.
Oh, wow.
It is really traditional in each part of Colombia.
Yeah.
Colombia is really diverse and really different in each part. We're going to add a little bit more of milk to make
And what
the
kind
dough.
of texture are you after here? Because that looks really great.
We're trying to get a dough really smooth.
Yeah.
Try to get it less sticky in your hands.
Okay.
So we're going to add a little bit of
And so who
milk.
taught you how to cook?
I'm actually not that great cook, but this recipe has passed along in my family, and I would say for everyone in Colombia, as we're going to add a little bit of more flour,
Yeah, sure.
just to make it drier. So you wanna.
So did your parents teach you how to cook?
Yeah, my mom always kind of tried to make our weekends. Yeah, put it all if you want. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so your mother?
Yeah, my mom. Colombia is a country has a lot of single moms, so they gotta work pretty hard.
Yeah.
But weekends was always an opportunity to get together with the family.
Okay.
And making breakfast, making this was part of it. Was always part of the tradition.
Oh,
Together, all together as a family, and I like to think in food as a time machine. I think that food has colors, textures, tastes that take us to different places and different times. And being away from home and having this kind of food just bring me home. I push myself out of the comfort zone to try to learn the language, to be part of the culture, to be part of the community, and I'm not going to lie, it wasn't easy at all, because you couldn't be part of a conversation sometimes, so you couldn't understand what was happening or what people was talking. But I think nothing good comes easy. Being Colombia in a country like Australia, not saying that it's a racist country or anything, it's always difficult, because there is always some sort of comments that they come just along with a stigma of what my country is being famous for. And it's a challenge trying to make understand people that we know just that, and that I'm not my country, that I am an individual independent of my country. Of course, I have so many things that I'm proud of that I have picked from my country, but when you travel, you pick so many things from different countries, and you make yourself your own person. No matter where people come from, no matter their color of skin, it's just we all have an history to tell, and I really invite people to be open-minded and not judge for the color or not just for where you're coming from, for an accent. And it's not about taking our bad experience to fill ourselves with hate or anger. It's totally the opposite. It's the perfect example to transform that energy in something positive, in educate others.
All right, so with this one here, how long does it actually take to make this?
Whole the recipe takes around 30 minutes. It's pretty easy, it's pretty quick. After this, we just need to start to making small balls. We don't need to let it set anymore. This is...
How many balls can you get out of this one?
6.
6.
Between 6 and 5, depends how big you want them.
And how do you cut this one?
So you're going to start with your own hand, grabbing a little bit of the dough, and making a little. Do you wanna go do it with me?
Sure. I've already washed my hands.
So you're gonna make a little like tennis ball.
Okay.
Say. This is what I'm going to do.
Big or too small?
That's too small.
Okay. All right.
Too small.
Too small. Oh, is that it? This smells like potato.
Oh, do you think? It's made by corn.
Oh, it smells
It's
beautiful.
whole corn.
I feel like I want to eat this like this.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So we have a little bowl like this, and now we're going to make a little hole in there.
A little hole.
Even though I'm big and I really love eating dishes with cheese, and so I feel like arepas is one of my favorite dishes just because kind of brings me home, and I learned to appreciate it way more when I left home.
Yeah.
We're going to put a little bit of cheese inside.
A little bit of cheese inside.
Personally, I like the cheese melting everywhere. And then we make our bowl again.
So tell me about being vegan. Like, how does that work in Colombia? Because I thought Colombia eats a lot of meat.
Well, yeah, it is not easy to be vegan in Colombia.
Oh.
But Colombia has a diverse different fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
So there is always a way to get around.
Yeah.
After the bowl, you're going to try to make a little disc like this.
Okay. Yeah.
So for my family, it was always an option to get away with the problem to be vegan in Colombia. Regardless, that is a challenge since it is Colombia has a diet based on milk and cheese. There was always a chance to get around with dishes such as like with arepas.
Yeah.
And everything was about to be together, have the love, have a laugh, and just share some moments between us. The dish that I make today is called arepas. It's actually pretty funny because I've been away from home for around 4 years, as I said before. And this is the first time that I eat it in so long. And it was because my birthday wasn't long ago. And I really was craving arepas. Like, if someone asked me what was the best gift that you could have, it was just arepas. That it costs nothing to feel comfortable. And my city is pretty cold and rainy, and now that we're kind of in winter here, having a warm food that make you feel at home, make you feel love, and make you feel like your family is there with you, even if you know it's just a piece. As I say, it's like a time machine. They just bring you memories and take you to that place. And well, I really hope you guys like it. And arepas is really easy and cheap to make, and it's really yummy, and it's always an opportunity to use those kind of recipes to pass it along and show a little bit of your culture to others. All right, this is ready to go.
Oh, delicious.
So
I could eat it just like that.
We're going to put in the pan fry.
Of course.
And we're pretty much ready.
Yeah.
All right, this is ready to go.
Yes, I'm excited.
Nice.
I'm going to move all of this over here so we can get to eating. Get us a plate. One for you, one for me.
Well, I hope you like it.
Looks divine.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We normally serve it with a little bit of butter and a little bit of
butter.
salt on top.
Okay.
And
anything else that you serve this with?
Yeah, we have it always with drinking with Corona.
With what, sorry?
Corona is a drinking
Corona?
chocolate. Yeah.
As in Corona?
I'll show you.
Yeah. Like Corona?
Like Corona chocolate.
Oh, wow. That's, you're not kidding, are you?
There you go.
My goodness. Corona. That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
we have this as a drink.
We have this as a
it's
drink.
It's unfortunate though, but...
Yeah, it's unfortunate anyway. Corona chocolate. But it's really yum. We have it with milk and just one of the pieces of chocolate.
This is Corona.
Yeah, that's Corona. Drinking chocolate. Colombian popular drinking chocolate.
Corona causes problems.
Oh, please give it a bite. Give it a bite.
Really? Mm-hmm. You sure?
Oh my God, it's really yum. I promise you won't get sick.
Beautiful. I want to try this now.
We put a little pinch of salt in each arepa.
Oh, beautiful. I got to taste it with the salt. Oh, wow. That gives it a little kick.
Yeah.
So yum. I could have this every day.
Yeah, it is a traditional breakfast in Colombia.
Yeah.
It's really yum.
Well, I have to say this. Thank you so much for coming today on the Bent Spoon. It's been a pleasure having you and sharing your culture from Colombia.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
If you guys want to try the recipe, even that is pretty simple, you guys can find that in the website. Don't have a fun.
That was good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Thanks for having. Sorry. Ben spoon. Don't have a half. Okay. Thanks for having me today in the Ben Spoon. I have a lot of fun. I met amazing people today. And if you guys want to try the recipe, even if that is pretty simple, you guys can find it in the website Don't Have a Heart. And that's it. See you next time.
welcome. Welcome, Miss Catalina. Thanks for joining me again this week.
Yes.
And a big welcome to Alejandra.
Yay,
thank
welcome.
Ale, it was the first time you got to watch the episode. What did you think?
Well, it's pretty interesting to see it coming to life, and I think it's pretty cool project, and I'm really proud of everyone who was part of it. I think it's a really beautiful idea to bring to the community, to bring to people, and pass along a really nice stories from all the people that was involved. So actually, thanks so much for involving me in this project and put all the work together for us.
Yeah, of course. Before I actually do that, do you actually want to introduce yourself and just tell people a little bit about yourself? I know you already did that in the episode, but give us a little something more.
Okay, I'm going to do a quick introduction about myself. My name is Alejandra. I'm from Colombia, from Bogota. I've been traveling for around 8 years, and from those 8 years, I've been 4 in Australia, nearly 5 already in Australia. I like to move around. I like to try to experience new things and put myself out there to face new challenges. That it feels like it's what makes me grow and it's what makes me feel alive. Yeah. So I think, that's a little bit about me.
Traveling for 8 years.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's been a long road.
Where else have you been?
Pretty much whole South America. Then I did a little bit of Central America, and then I came to Australia. In the middle of Australia, went to Asia and came back to Australia.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a long road, but I have learned so many things from different people, especially from putting myself in really difficult situations where you think you're not going to make it.
Make it out alive.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, especially when I started traveling and I didn't speak any English at all, and coming to a country where communication wasn't a tool for me to survive because I didn't have any way to communicate with words. So it was kind of a challenge, and I gotta say my favorite one so far. Regardless of how hard was it, I think it's one of my favorites.
Those other countries that you traveled to, or other places, did you have to learn how to speak their language as well, or?
Oh, not really, because I think, when I went to Asia, with the people that I went, they speak English, and I already were understanding a little bit of English, so it make it easier. And I didn't live in Asia. I was just actually traveling while when it came to Australia, I was actually moving to live in here. Yeah. So I guess the experience was different. And South America, we all speak Spanish.
Yeah.
So it was pretty easy in South America.
Wow.
Yeah.
So near-death, you got any near-death experience stories you want to share with us?
Second.
You got any of those stories you want to share? A short story you want to share with us about how you nearly didn't make it out alive? Or maybe not.
Maybe a short one. When I moved to Australia, the first place where I moved was up north in Cairns. And I always been really passionate about scuba diving, and as many Australians know, Cairns is a important place to do it. And I decided to get my license up there. I signed for the course, everything, and I swear for God, I did not understand a word of the course. And I was like, okay, I'm going to open water, I'm going to do scuba diving, I'm going to be there without breathing pretty much. And I didn't understand a word of what is the security, there's things to do, absolutely nothing. I really don't know how I make it. But yeah, it was pretty challenging. Same when I did bungee jumping, and this guy was telling me all these safe words and what to do and all the requirements. I did not understand a word. And I still say, it doesn't matter, I'll jump. I take the risk. So I think It turned out pretty well, though. It turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Very brave, very brave. So actually, Miss Catalina, how did you feel watching that episode for the first time as well?
Oh, I loved it. Like, I was being meaning to make the recipe,
I
and I
reckon, I
forgot what it's called
know.
again. Because it's so easy, and
It's
it
super
really
easy.
just yeah. And then when we were mixing it, it really smelled like potato,
Yeah.
like a strong smell of potato. But then it doesn't even taste like potato. It just tastes yummy.
Oh man, I got so hungry
Yeah.
watching it. But that flour, can you get that at normal supermarkets?
Oh, actually, no, you can't get it in normal supermarkets such as a Woolworths, Coles, but I've seen it in prawn market, IGA, some of the IGA you can find there.
Mm.
But especially in the prawn market, they have one of the stands. They have not just the flour, but a lot of different products, including the chocolate called Corona.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was funny. That was funny. When you were like, we have some Coronas, I think Miss Catalina, you were like, what?
No, I was like, did you say what I think you said? And I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I still wasn't sure until she showed me the package.
I
I
know.
thought, oh my God, it is Corona.
Yeah, I was a bit
But it
unfortunate.
tasted yummy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
did.
pretty yummy.
It
It's
did.
actually a drinking chocolate, but you can even just bite it, naughty bites,
Yeah.
and it tastes really nice.
It's
Yeah,
really
so-
lovely.
Because what does Coronas mean in Spanish?
Corona is crown, means
Crown.
crown. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah,
I need to get me a Corona.
Yeah.
yeah. That's pretty much what it means. Which is funny. I actually wonder how the brand is doing to face these times, because having a brand name, like a food brand name Corona, like the virus, I don't think is an easy challenge to go with.
Well, I thought one of two things, right? Either it would really plummet or it would skyrocket. Because when you have something at the back of people's minds, it's like it repeats that, right? And it's like brand recognition. So,
Yeah, that's true.
you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want babies to be called Corona.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be they go through
I mean, the
stages,
name's
man.
nice.
Yeah.
I like the name Corona, but, kids going to be teased at school. That's really
I know.
the thing, the only issue. Come on, Corona.
So you actually said that you really wanted arepas for your birthday, right? Which was not long ago, and like that was like the first time you had it in a while. Did you get to cook it for yourself very often? I might need to, like, when this is all over, get you to come over and cook it for me.
100%. Actually, yeah, as you say, and as I say in the episode, for my birthday, I was craving arepas so badly, like just kind of little things that make you feel home, that make you feel warm and bring you some couple of memories, happy memories from your family or anything. And I managed to find the flour and everything for my birthday, and since then I've been actually getting the habit back to eating now and then this for breakfast or anything. So I have actually passed it along, and some friends have loved it, and it's actually, it showed me that cooking and passing along some sort of recipes is a really great space that you can open to share with your community, we share with your friends, and build some experience and laugh about it. And I feel like food tells an story. Food always tells a story from someone. So yeah, and well, when all of this is over, more than happy to guys have you around and share some arepas.
Yes. In the video you said that that you were cooking new things when you came to Australia, or tried cooking new things. What's one of those things that you actually tried to cook, like, for the first time?
Well, there is a couple actually. Actually just have the opportunity to try some brownies.
Oh yes.
So
They were
there
really
is
good.
yeah, so I started to sort of like exploring the kitchen and trying to make those little nutty treats that you want to eat, but sometimes it's really hard to find them vegan. So yeah, one of those ones is brownies, chocolate brownies that you don't need to bake them. You don't need to put it in the oven at all. And it just takes like 30 minutes. And they're just peanut butter chocolate and they're really yum. So one of those ones. Now I'm making my own muesli or granola. So now I'm making my own. Yeah, which is it's so much cheaper and healthy. And yeah, I feel like Australia offers a lot of opportunities to find different products to make your own food vegan.
Yeah. Is that the one? I'm getting them mixed up. Is that the one with the cream, or is that the one with the vegetables? I mean, is that the wrong one?
Vegan.
What was the last thing that you said that you were trying to make?
Muesli.
Oh, was it muesli? Sorry.
I was like, oh, cream?
So neither, but
sorry, my mind went somewhere else.
That's okay.
just like food.
Went to the cake shop.
Yeah. So I was like, so I do have to ask you, right? And it's just like, you can tell us this little secret, but is there a food that you really miss that you don't eat anymore because you're
100%.
like a dirty little secret?
Oh my God, 100%. There's two things I'm really struggle hard to stay away from it. And it's eggs. I miss eggs so much. Like poached eggs on toast. Oh my gosh, I miss it so much. Cheese, I found really hard to get a proper cheese, a vegan cheese that tastes similar to real cheese.
Yeah.
So I miss the taste of actually the real cheese. And I would say the last one is prawns.
Oh,
Yeah.
prawn.
Say that again.
Prawn.
Oh, prawns. Oh, really?
Which I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, interesting. That's
Yeah, I think those three things are the biggest things that I miss.
Yeah, wow, nice. Well, I love it. And I love prawns.
I know.
I love eggs. But I
love eggs. I miss them.
Well, we might talk about it then. But cheese, isn't gluten-free cheese, is that kind of like vegan friendly as well?
Oh, no, because, well, basically the industry of dairy is really bad in terms of environment and in terms of how the industry treats the animals and how they are living on a really small space and they're treating just to produce fast milk and cheese. So yeah, and even the environment is being really affected by the dairy industry.
Yeah.
I don't think we can say that in the interview though.
Must have been hard for you to travel around Asia being vegan because it's really not, it's like not a thing back home.
Oh no, believe me, I think it was even easier Asia than South America.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I believe Asia you can find like, I don't know, dumplings, noodles and things like that. But back home, I live a little bit in Argentina. And they're pretty famous for how like the best beef and the best meat, and they do barbecues all the time. So it's pretty hard, and they eat a lot of cheese and a lot of meat. And yeah, I think South America was the hardest part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of South America, I wonder what was it like for you back home in Colombia, just in terms of like the lifestyle, being yourself, how comfortable you felt. What was like?
Well, to be honest, and I think it was, I don't know, since I early age, I knew that I didn't want to live there. Don't take me wrong, I'm proud of my country and I love it. And I come from there and I can tell you all the amazing things that the country has to offer. And I would recommend everyone to go and visit. But since early age, there was something that I could never feel at home. There's something in me that was telling me that I needed to leave, that I couldn't be 100% myself. Colombia is still be a third world country, not just in economy, but also in terms of culture, where accepting someone being different isn't easy. So, what it takes a lot of effort to people to explain and to not be seen different, or to not be judged, or to not be rejected for you being different, and still be like, just to tell you, I don't know, simple things like, if you're not having a job in this sort of level, then you will be treated different. So small things like that, I was never agree with it, and I felt like there was something that it was being blocked for my external conditions, and I wanted to be able to reach my potential and be myself and not be afraid to be me, which was different by traveling, because there is no some sort of like attachment, or and you're just exploring and traveling and giving the opportunity to the place to show you if you can be yourself or not. And I gotta say that Australia has a beautiful community to offer, like the community, especially in Melbourne. I live in Sydney as well for a couple of years, 2 years. And
Melbourne is so much better.
yeah, well, I wouldn't say better, but I think the sense of community in Melbourne, it's huge. It's huge. And I think if one day leave Australia, I will say one of the lessons that I learned from Melbourne, it was having sense of community, having sense of being part of something, of a group, and be able to offer them something and be open to receive and accept people how they are, no matter where they're coming from, no matter absolutely anything. And yeah, I feel like, and for example, now the sense of community in Melbourne, like, I work in hospitality before all this happened, and there is a couple of groups for bartenders and everything, and the sense of support of the community between bartenders and the hospitality industry is being huge. So I think there's such a beautiful thing where even money as a currency, it won't be the most important thing, because there is people who is willing to give you the hand and help you. So the money as a currency, as exchange, is not the most important thing, but actually doing something for someone who need it, and being able to receive and to return and to do something for the people. So I think it's a great thing, and hopefully one day I can pass this along to my country.
Yeah. You know, in you know, in Colombia, when you're living in Colombia, sorry, whereabouts in Colombia are you from?
Bogota, capital.
I am Bogota. Was there any community places that you could have been a part of, or was there any community there for you?
Not really. I guess I started being part of some sort of like the techno community, which is still pretty small.
So what?
Well, I like techno music. I love techno music since really long time, and regardless, in Colombia, it's a really small community, like not as big as here or in Europe. I actually started being part of it because I don't know, I felt like I fit in, I felt comfortable, and I enjoyed myself, and it was a space, with the space to be part of. And I guess another community that maybe was part, but maybe in a not directly involved. I guess the football. Oh, you guys call it soccer.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a big thing back home. And my brother was playing soccer all the time, and so we were with him most of the time, being part of this huge tradition or this huge community back home.
Yeah, that's true. I love that you said techno music, you know, woman after my heart.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because music is just like one of those things like food. it doesn't really matter what culture you are. It really unifies us across different cultures, across different languages, and across the world, right? And it's one of the
Yeah.
beautiful things that brings people together, music and food. And yeah, I definitely miss music and food a lot. And I think one of the things that is so amazing about Melbourne and why there's such a strong sense of community is because you have such a melting pot of so many different cultures of people like coming over that we tend to support each other because we know what it's like to be away from our families.
Yeah.
And it's a different experience, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 100%
Especially
true.
maybe as a person of color or LGBTI or something like that. It's almost like the smaller like your community, the more tight knit it is in a sense. Like, yeah, I think it's really beautiful.
Yeah, I totally agree. And actually, now you mention like the community that I'm part of in Melbourne is actually as well because the music that I love, the music that I like, and it was just being part of the techno scene in Melbourne and being part, started to getting involved with people and in events and knowing all these people that runs beautiful festivals, beautiful parties with, and many of them was with a sense of not just for the sake of going out, but it was always a reason behind of it. And it was always beautiful to be part of that. And I would say that that's the community that I also was that I am part of here in Melbourne.
Oh, that's good. I'm really glad that you got to share that part of you for the first time to actually
I
like,
know.
yeah, I know, even though I know you're really shy.
Yeah. No, like I feel like if you ask me, one of the things that I get from this experience for to be part of it in the band spoon is once again putting myself in a challenging position and and take the risk and speak out and do these kind of projects that I will never do just because I'm shy and super shy and I'm a little bit afraid of what people will say about my accent, about my English, about where I'm from, or about many things. But I think facing fears is a great thing to do. So yeah.
I'm actually really shy too. Like, I'm extremely shy, and here I'm hosting the show. So, but the more you're out there, the more open you are. You end up getting over it slowly. But
Yeah, I think I'm walking. I'm walking that path to get over it. Yeah.
Well, I can see it. Like on the show, you did really, really amazing.
I think I have a great team as well. So
Yeah.
I'm just so proud of the both of you. I'm so proud.
And two shy people.
Yeah. Hey, I would say I'm shy too, but you wouldn't really believe me.
no, not really.
I don't like being on camera, however, so it's maybe a different thing. I did want to ask you, Ellie, there was something you said that I thought was worth kind of teasing out a little bit, and it was when you said that when you experience discrimination or just like stigma, whether it was intentional or just like joking or ignorance, it was it makes you feel like a sense of rejection or a little bit angry. What are some of the like things that you actually did to manage that and process that, like practical tools to help you through that?
Well, I gotta say that at the start, I didn't say anything back at the beginning of receiving some sort of comments of rejection or stigmas from where I'm from and
Talk about Pablo Escobar.
Pablo Escobar, drugs and crime and all of these things. And at the beginning, I didn't want to say anything, and I just sort of like keep in silence. But with time, I just figured out that it wasn't about to not saying anything or resent these people or resent these comments or get angry at those kind of comments. And I think it was more about, or is more about, educate people and show them what they don't know. And if I have that information because I come from there, and even just by being myself, be able to change the perspective of some people and make them understand that it's wrong. It's wrong to have stigmas, and it's just ignorant. It's lack of education, lack of knowledge. You just maybe give it a chance to not say anything and not jump in conclusions before having information and meeting someone. So I feel like the best tool is educate people in the best way.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You know what? When I think of Colombia, I never think of anything else other than Miss Colombia. Like, who's the next or who's the new? That's all I think about. So it's funny how other people think of other things. And that's nothing I think about. I always think about, Miss Colombia, because, you know, I always used to watch Miss World. And I think Miss Colombia's won a few Miss World, Miss Universe.
Yeah, there's been a couple, I think. Yeah.
That's what I think of Miss Colombia.
That's beautiful.
Think of Colombia.
Yeah.
So all the models come from.
Yeah. They all see the world through that lens, don't they? Whatever it is that maybe they're exposed to. Well, I just want to say such a big thank you to the both of you. But just before we go, Miss Kathleen, Ali, is there anything else you wanted to add and tell our lovely watchers today that are here?
Oh, I just want to say thank you for everyone for watching. Thank you, Ali, for coming on our show and showing us this beautiful recipe from Colombia. And thank you to you, Jessie. That's all I wanted to say. And tune in next week.
Yes. So next week, who have we got? Oh, we have Ash on. So that's well, that's going to be good. And so thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you want to check out more about the Bent Spoon, please go and check out thornharbour.org/the Bent Spoon. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone.